EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
7:34. 9.
Card out a throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The Saints in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the run. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Henry will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
One down.
To throw his car. They'll get this out to Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 43-yard line.
On the counter, here's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 73 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line. 93. 29.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
8-yard pickup. First down, Falcons.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On first down, Tannehill. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Tannehill. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is out of bounds here. His first. Good for 9 in the first down.
First and goal, Atlanta.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Henry again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Henry again on second down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. The center receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Carr. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Tannehill on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill looking for London on the out route complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing again is Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got Patterson on a quick slant here. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, there was nothing open down the field, so give him credit for his patience and not forcing it. Showed a lot of confidence in his big man to just swing it out to the fullback, and they got some good yardage out of it.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Tannehill now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Third and long, they'll look to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Michael Thomas, 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr on the check down. He finds Kamara. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Tannehill. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think. Right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun on third down, Tannehill.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Henry up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal. Picking for 2. Brings up second and goal.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll give Henry another shot, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out.
And the Falcons are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Yeah, he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll run it again with Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Carr.
And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing his Carr.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Falcons, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.